Hi again, Ruud.
Hi.
We've seen images today of Luke Shaw returning to training with Leny, Yoro back the other day, Mason Mount, all these other players. It seems like the injuries are easing at just the right time with Ruben coming in.
Yeah, and also for me, I have to say yesterday we had a lot of benefit from Christian playing a good 30 minutes for Ugarte, and obviously Mason making his first minutes again back. That benefited us as well. So glad that they're back, and also for the little bit longer future, good that Luke and Leny are on the pitch.
We asked you last night about Ahmad. What was that? How was the assessment? How did it come out? And looking ahead, Kobbie Mainoo, I don't think we've got an update about him for a while. How's he doing? His progress?
Yes, Ahmad was assessed. Still working on him to get him ready for Sunday. Hopefully it will work. And Kobbie is also progressing in his injury. He's making the right steps. Not yet with the team though. That needs a bit more time.
Ruud, obviously this is your final match in interim charge. It'll be an emotional occasion, I'm sure, on Sunday. But for you, is it likely to be a second farewell from Manchester United? Do you know yet what your future holds?
No. First of all, it was a special period. It is still, of course, and I called it an important period because I think it was important to get through the 4 games as good as we could. I think we've done very well so far. The players reacted very well in the games. So obviously the focus is now to build on that and show that on Sunday with a big game ahead and a massive 3 points that are there to win. And so yeah, I don't know if it will be very emotional. I take it very pragmatic as well, although I'm very proud to be able to fulfill this, but we'll see how that will feel on Sunday. And other than that, there's not much more news than yesterday evening, where I think Ruben and I are both in that sense focusing on our teams and our games. He's focused on Braga and his team, and I'm focused on Leicester with my team, and see if things can come together in the near future.
It seems like you've enjoyed the role. Would you one day like to think of yourself as a permanent manager of Manchester United?
Yeah, of course I thought this through well when I made the decision to come to this journey with the club in also an assistant role. I had clear ambitions to manage. I made the decision to sign a 2-year deal as an assistant, and I'm still in that frame of mind, to be fair, to stay in that capacity.
This whole experience of being the boss, how do you rate it? Was it stressful? Have you enjoyed it?
No, I've enjoyed it. It gave a lot of energy. I think the reaction of the players was outstanding. I think also as an assistant you are quite close to players. So the past 3 months I spent a lot of time with the players and got to know the players very well, as human beings, but also as football players, where they are in their development and how I can help. And I think that relationship that is helping now that we are together and we want to achieve something together. So that bond is there, and that's what I feel very supported. So that gives a lot of energy, and the support of the fans obviously was amazing, and that gives also lots of confidence and energy. So so far so good.
As you pass on the reins, what's the best bit of advice that you give to Ruben Amorim?
Yeah, it's a good question actually. It's good to wrap it up after Sunday, and of course I've been in for the 3 months in the season and this short spell, and from there on I think it would be very good to wrap it all up and have that conversation. Yeah, it's a good question. I'm going to start thinking about it.
Let me know.
Ruud, if you win on Sunday, you'll have the highest win percentage of any Manchester United manager in history. You'll go past Michael Carrick. That was not my question, by the way. What sort of state is this dressing room at the moment? What can fans look into it? Because obviously it's been a disappointing season overall so far. Do you see optimism for fans?
I think if you look at it's a results game in the end, and I think the last 3 results were okay. You know, we're through in the Carabao Cup. We're in the quarterfinals there. It was a good point against Chelsea where we felt that we deserved more, and also an important win in the Europa League to get us settled higher up in that table to go through the next round in January, hopefully. So I think that momentum is changing a little bit. But of course, Sunday is also a competition where we need to do better than we're doing. So, as in the Carabao, where we needed to go to the next round and do good business in the Europa League with a win, that's Sunday, and that game is of very important in that sentiment, I think, overall.
Ruud, what has the last kind of 8 to 9 days taught you as a coach in your kind of relatively fresh managerial career?
I didn't really think about this. I think I'm so focused on getting the best out of the players, and with the staff members and all together, we're working on getting United back on track on the short term. That I'm not really reflected on that. To be fair. Of course, I learned a lot in the time that I'm here, and from other coaches and from players with the experience there is, and with opinions they have. So I think overall the knowledge about training sessions, managing individuals and teams, I think overall, now I think about it, it's something that really benefited to me as a coach.
Ruud, you did well at PSV and left for other reasons, and obviously the full 3 games here so far we have seen a lift in performances. That must give you the appetite. It must be difficult then to be an assistant and not be all your ideas. Has it not given you the appetite to be your own man again in charge of a club? Whatever that may be.
Yeah, no, I think the appetite to build further within this club is stronger than the other bit.
And being your own man.
Yeah. So for this moment, and as I said, I made a deliberate decision to step in this role for 2 seasons and take it from there. And these 4 games haven't changed that sentiment. And that's why I said from the beginning that what my intentions were also after my interim job.
Ruud, when you first joined the club, there were Teddy Sheringham, Solskjaer, York, Cole, proven strikers, goal scorers. I know Rasmus and Josh were seen as potential, but do you accept that this club does need a proven goal scorer if it's to get back to where it needs to be?
Yeah, I agree that when you want to be a successful side in the Premier League and in Europe, and that's what the build is all about, you're going to need a certain amount of goals. That is clear. That is facts in football, and that's why the best teams in the world have those players. At the moment we have players that get a certain amount of goals or assists, but obviously they are in an age where they still have to be developed, and there's the potential that they will be, and the belief is there that they can, and that's at this moment where we are.
Chris. Yes, hi Ruud. It's only going to have been 2 weeks and 4 games, but do you think you'll be handing over a group of players higher on confidence and better than what you inherited only 2 weeks ago?
I think that's the results in itself will make that happen. it's easy to manage a team. It's easier to manage a team that has won 2 of the last 3 and had a decent point at home against a good side. And the connection with the fans is there, and there's kind of this short good feeling that we can turn things round. That's what is happening at this moment. And of course, football being football, and especially in top flight football, the results are necessary, and the Sunday game in that is a big one.
I know it's not all about you, but how, from a personal point of view, how proud would you be to hand over having gone unbeaten in those 4 games, hopefully winning 3 and drawing 1?
Yeah, especially for the club. It was very important after I took over to get I call it stabilize the ship with results, and all of a sudden we're 3 games further in that, and it passes so quickly. And the last one, that's the one also where it will mean a lot.
Red Devils family, the atmosphere at Old Trafford is absolutely electric as we approach what could be a defining moment in our club's history. I've just left an absolutely fascinating press conference with Ruud van Nistelrooy, and let me tell you, there are some massive developments you need to hear about. First and foremost, our legendary striker turned interim manager has just dropped a bombshell that sent shockwaves through Manchester. Van Nistelrooy has made it crystal clear he wants to be part of United's future and not just in any capacity. Before I reveal the full details of this incredible press conference, make sure you're part of our United family. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Trust me, with the changes happening at Old Trafford, you won't want to miss a single update. The big talking point is Van Nistelrooy's remarkable admission about his long-term ambitions. With 2 wins and a draw under his belt, Ruud's made it clear he's not just passing through. He's got his sights set on the big job someday. Can you imagine? The man who terrorized Premier League defenses now wants to lead us from the dugout permanently. But here's where it gets interesting. With Ruben Amorim set to take the reins on Monday, we're looking at a fascinating dynamic. Van Nistelrooy still has 18 months left on his contract as an assistant, and he's made it clear he's committed to that role. The question is, how will this play out with Amorim's arrival? The relationship between these two could be crucial for our future. Van Nistelrooy's connection with the fans, his understanding of the club's DNA, and his recent success with the team could be invaluable assets for Amorim. On the team news front, there's mixed news. Amad Diallo's ready to go after his PAOK heroics, but we'll have to wait a bit longer for Shaw, Yoro and Mainoo. The passion in Ruud's voice when he talked about the club was unmistakable. He's not just here for a paycheck. He's here because he believes in Manchester United's future. And let me tell you, that kind of commitment is exactly what we need right now. What do you think, United faithful? Should Van Nistelrooy be part of our long-term future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.